Welcome back to another video of TJ and Sharon. I know it's been forever and a half. Last video we did was
Trip to Fiji. Yes, trip to Fiji.
what are we gonna do? The reason why we've been gone so long.
We've been away for a while for some reasons.
And these are the reasons. You gotta say the reasons.
Yeah, we've been away.
Oh, yeah. Under the water. Let's see.
We've been away for some time. Guys, I lost my mother. Yeah, I lost my mom. Yeah, so I think we had to take a break from YouTube because of the stuff, that to step back a little bit, because again we wasn't in the same place.
Yeah. So, most people can be like, oh, he's such a bad person, he should have grown through, blah, blah, blah. No, what's the reason? I want you to tell them. What's the reason I didn't know it?
No, there's some major reasons as to why he couldn't come with me. He could not come with me. I don't think it's good for me to mention it. Maybe one day I will talk about it.
The main reason is I didn't have funds. Let's just say that. I didn't have the amount of money I needed to go. So,
not necessarily that, because if you are to go, you will have
yeah,
come, but
that's
not necessarily that. Not necessarily that.
But that's just a piece of it.
But anywho, anyhow, guys, yeah, I lost my mother, and it was such a hard time for me. I think for those of had funeral, no, I never. Okay, I've been into funeral, but losing a mother to me was something that I never dreamt of in my life. Even though I know that, death is to all human beings and we all shall die. It happens to everyone, but for me, it was like a dream. I didn't believe up to now, because I'm still healing. Because to me, my mother was like, the reason as to why I say I haven't healed is because, number one, in my low moments or in my low times, whenever I could call her, we pray, sometimes we sing, sometimes she could give me pieces of advice, like direct me, tell me what to do as a girl who is growing into woman, adulthood, let me say adulthood, yeah, thanks. So I felt like when I first got the news that she died, I was like, what? But I had plans for my mother. I really had plans for her, but I didn't believe she left that so early. She left so early. So I think that thing still breaks my heart up to now. I know even though I'm ailing, but to me, it will take me time. My mother was the only person, even though I have him, but my mother was the only person I could share with stuff that,
you would understand.
that, yeah, I will understand, also will understand. I had a good friendship with my mother. We had a very good.
Some people will say, oh, you can't be friends with your mother, but they actually
No. We had a very good friend, like, as in me,
can.
I never hide her for anything. In everything, even though I was very far away from her, but she was aware of, whatever I'm doing, even whenever she call and she don't find me, she knows.
Or she would call me.
Or she will call him and, or if, or at times I would let him know, just in case my mother called me, or just in case he get a call from my mother. Or sometimes I will, and he will tell my mother, she's not around. Or she's busy, she's
walking,
running 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yes, guys, I felt very bad. Sometimes I can go, whenever I go through my phone and I just come across pictures, memories. The thing is still fresh in my mind because it's now a month since she passed away. That means it's still fresh. It's still fresh on my mind.
It takes a while to get over. And even when you think you're over it, it's like, because that's mom, that's that's what brings you in, so you always reflect on it.
Yeah. I mean, I lost a father before, but losing a father, it wasn't the same way
Right.
I lost my mother. It's not the same way I lost my mother. Because in my childhood, I've been raised with a single mom. She raised me, took me through education, primary, from toddler, primary, high school, and now for a point that, now I'm in my college. To me, I still feel like
You want to start on it? You want to start on it? Emotional. It's emotional.
I never thought of, I never knew that she would just leave so soon. We had a great plans. I had a plan for speaking of stuff, I remember, was it in January? Yeah, early January this year. We both had COVID. We called my mother, she prayed with us, she encouraged us, and she was like, everything will be okay. She would be worried whenever, a day could not pass
Yeah.
without checking on us if we are okay or not. She will take her time, pray with us,
Yep.
But right now is when I understand, like, losing a mother is not. Losing a mother is something. I don't know. I don't know other people catch up with it, but on my side, I don't know. It's very hard to accept, even though I have to accept that she's gone. But I still don't accept.
Well, from my part, when I got the news, I was at work. Um, I think in the morning, we knew she was sick. Um, and I even actually, I'm sure you want me to go to work because, I could have just called and tell them, listen, I ain't be able to make it today for whatever reason. And, they probably would have either say, okay, or put in a sick paper or whatever. But I tried not to go, so I went to work. And of course, my mind still on it. So I ended up calling my mom. And I talked to my mom and I asked her how she was doing. She had to make sure that she's good. And everything was good until I get that call. When I get the call,
I think she died 9:30 a.m. Caribbean time, 3:30 p.m. Kenyan time. That's the time we got the news that she died. She passed away.
when I get a call, everything for me just, I don't know how to explain. It's like, I didn't clock out. I didn't even know what all I had been at my job, but I want to know home.
You don't know you drove home.
I don't even know how I get home.
You can imagine. I don't know. How many minutes did it take to drive from work?
It wasn't very long, trust me. Probably like maybe.
I know you were overspending. You were
I
spending
was,
more than
but
the.
it was a weekend, so
Yeah, it was on a weekend. That's the thing.
It didn't really have any gas, so
On the road. Yeah.
I was mashing the gas.
Yes.
I was mashing the gas, so. I know when I got here, well, on the phone, I know I heard the crying and screaming and stuff like that. I know that there could never be anything good. I went upstairs and stuff. I didn't even sure if the car was off or on or whatever, but I went upstairs and stuff. And, she was on the floor, crying. My mom was there crying. My mom crying, Sharon crying, and I'm like,
all the family cried.
I had no choice but to cry. I had,
Everybody was emotional because we didn't expect that. I remember she had just celebrated a birthday, and we were planning a trip for her to go. What's the name, in Dubai? And I remember during that period she was in the hospital, and my boyfriend, who is now my fiance, we were like I think we were discussing about carrying her for a trip, for vacational trip, since we didn't get a chance. I mean, we did it last year, so we didn't get a chance to do it this year in a birthday because, we just come from COVID, January 1. We were home almost all month. So February again, so our birthday fall on a wrong day for us, but I want to thank God we get a chance to wish her, talk to her, at least give a little something. But now at this point, wasn't in March, we were discussing and we kind of planning to carry on a vacational trip, and my fiance was like, what do you think? What's the best place we should carry her? And I'm like, I have to do my research because again, Africa, I know Africa have a big place and she can't go by herself. You remember when I was telling you that? And you're like, just do your research, just look for the cheapest place or the place where we can be able to pay. So we have this company called Bonfire Safari, because I think that's the one we had used, and their deals was good. So we were kind of planning. I didn't get a budget, so we were like, when she come out from the hospital, she was going to go. We were planning to carry her to Dubai for just a small vacational trip. And in the meantime, in the process, even that period before she died, talking to her, she was strong, still praying, stories, but the Lord knows why she had to take her home.
She was amazing to tell you, she was yeah, so it was rough. I don't know if I want to get into the actual funeral itself or should I say that for another video. I know after all of that was done, after coming home and all that stuff, the couple of days that passed, planning for the
Planning
funeral.
for a trip for me to leave GBI to go Africa.
That was a whole run around because they had to go find Ministry of Health and all this for saying
this, on that.
sign up for portal and it wasn't like you just going on a trip. No, this is like an emergency. I have to
I
go.
have to go.
So it was like
You're not ready. You're not.
you ain't pack no
You
bags.
don't pack
nothing.
no bag. You like. I'm leaving tomorrow, and Africa is not like
Yeah.
Saint Martin.
Right.
It's not like States. It's not like I can say. It's a place you have to prepare yourself psychologically, mentally, physically. But I had no chance for that. I had to. It was like a running around. It's from
Yeah.
this side. You have to deal with it travel-wise. Portals, I don't know what, certificate, COVID protocol, By the time I was getting through all of that, I was already done, tired.
Yeah.
But I want to thank God for Johnny mercies and taking me through that process.
And I can show you right here. I was supposed to engage to her. It was supposed to be this Saturday, which is the 28th of May 2022. See, today's the day. But seeing that had happened, which I've been asking for a while, like, baby, when we can get engaged, when we can get married. And I was like, seeing that I can't go to the funeral, seeing that I can't take the flight to Africa, I think I should do the engagement so she know that even that happened over there. Because I had a feeling that it was going to be a mess, which it was. I wanted her to remember that she had something to come home to. Look forward to planning her wedding, who are going to be there. So it have some kind of excitement even after, So that's why I did that. All year. And I can't, what day?
I remember I traveled on
it was in April, eh?
April.
I think it was April 15th.
I think that day came from work.
I think it was April 15th.
Yeah.
Because I worked the
On a
night.
Friday.
I worked the day. Yeah, April 15th.
I came home
Good Friday.
and you were like, babe, you need to get ready. And I'm like, get ready to go away. I'm still hurting. During that period, I didn't even want to go. I didn't want to hear something like we're going on a date.
Right.
We're going this. All I wanted was to be by myself. Just be in the house, to cry myself out.
No, you can't. I ain't allowed that.
But you were like, you have to dress. I'm like, dress up. Where are we going? Babe, you have to dress up. So, since I wasn't in that mood, I just pick up a dress. And she it's like, this is not just a regular date. This is something that I'm like, I didn't even get a clue. I didn't think that you are going to do something like that.
Yeah.
So I think I dress up, and I'm still in my mind. I'm still like,
She's not regular people.
why are you taking me to? Did I just say I want to stay home? Did I just tell I want to be home by myself?
Yeah, she will fight you.
I was fighting
She'll
to
fight
stay
you.
home. I'm like, we're carrying me on a date. Whatever I have to eat outside, I can get it in the house.
Thanks.
I can cook.
And I'm like, just follow through with what I'm doing.
But I had to hold back and put down my rudeness and just follow. Even still on the way, here we reach at a certain place, a restaurant. It's a very nice restaurant called Mulligan's.
You could Google it.
You
Captain
could
Mulligan's
Google it.
BBI.
Yeah, BBI. So going there, it was only me and he and one of our friends, our best friend called Sarah.
Favorite friend.
Favorite friend.
They
It's
are.
like a family friend.
Them is friends. Them is family. Blood.
So going there, I'm meeting this lady and she's like, "Oh, Sharon, I just put this." I'm like, "What? You guys, I want to be home in my bed. I just want to be home. Period."
And she like leaving tomorrow. Catching flight.
Catching
the
flight
next
tomorrow, the
morning.
next day, So I think you had organized a different place. But I was like, nah.
Yeah. Well, the engagement was supposed to be this Saturday coming, which is the 28th of May. But again, seeing that she was going by herself, I didn't want her to have to deal with all that and still not knowing for sure if she will be married to or not. So I did that. And it was supposed to even happen earlier, but Miss Moody don't behave, so you can't reward bad behavior, you know what I mean? So that's why I keep getting pushed. But then after that happened, I was like, okay, you can't worry about her being rude now. This is more, and she needs to know that she has something to come back to. That was for me. That's why I told her, because my mom was like, "You sure you want to?" I said, "I'm sure. I want her to know that she's coming back to something." Okay, and I always wanted to do it, but
Stubbornness.
that's all.
So I think, yeah, after that, our mom came, his mom actually, which is our
Our mom.
our mother, and our girlfriend's husband came. And I'm like, okay, maybe I thought that one was like a send-off dinner. We normally do that. We normally do that when the random going away, we do meet. So, in my mind, so after the all argument, and I'm like, I don't want to be home. At the end, I had to accept, okay, let's just have a dinner as a regular dinner. I didn't see it coming, I didn't even had a clue that it was coming, not even a hint that the engagement was coming on the way. Well, I mean, we're going to play a play for you all to see. Just a short thing, because I wasn't prepared for it anyway. I got very emotional, I'm like, just losing my mother, getting engaged. She's not there to see,
Right.
She's not there to witness. So it was a really
that's another reason I didn't read on week at that time. But then what was more overpowering is that I sending her home without the ring. I didn't want to. I wanted to say, okay, even though she don't go with the ring, at least she knows she is engaged. She's coming back to something. So yeah. So we can import the clip of the engagement.
Yep, we're gonna put the clip to play. Actually, there's a ring. This the ring is a diamond. Diamond. Is a diamond.
It's not just diamond. There was a lot of thoughts into it.
Is a lot of thoughts. Because I still had my first. This was the first one.
That was a promise.
Promise ring.
That was a promise.
Now we have this.
The engagement. The engagement ring is for birthstone.
My birthstone.
December 24th.
Yeah.
I think the name of it is Tanzanite.
Tanzanite. Diamond. Listen, I couldn't travel with this to Africa, you know. Lot of mass. Africa, Kenya, especially Nairobi, they will think. I know you all. Those who live in Kenya knows. You all know. I don't want to measure it. You all know. Before I get, I had to leave it home. But anyhow, I'm happy, and you know, I'm happy to call him my fiancé after 4 good years of waiting.
Sure.
After
Anyways,
4 good years of
you have
waiting.
to wait. You see, right? When I plan something, be honest with me. When I plan something, it don't be well planned.
I mean, it's always well planned, but
Okay.
you need to give me a clue so
No.
I don't get surprised and I
No.
don't get shocked.
No.
Suppose I say no.
Well, if you are saying no, I want to still put the time finger because I get engaged and you get engaged. That's all it is. That's all it is.
That makes sense.
But I was nervous, guys. The funny thing about that is I had tummy ache, I had feeling vomiting, I had want to cuckoo.
What?
Ask my mother. My mom was like, Devon, you know Sharon say yes. I don't understand why you all walked up. This is not like somebody you don't know. I'm like, Mommy, we've been together for 4 years, right? But suppose she said no. She's like, she's not gonna say no.
Suppose I'd say no.
I
What
don't
would
know.
have done?
I wanna say, well, you see mommy? I wanna flip the whole table. Nobody tell me.
But we ate fast.
Go home. Everybody going home. I wanna be big, mad. I would've been like, I spent so much money on my ring. My ring because you want it. For nothing. I wanna sell it. I wanna give it to somebody, some other girl. Then you wanna see. Then you see how quick she says.
Other girls. But
Other
anyhow,
girls.
I'm happy. It has been a long way for me. I don't regret it. At some point, I was pushing it out, like, you know,
Yeah, I was on
to
that stress.
avoid.
People talking.
But anyhow,
People can talk regardless. You get engaged and they can still talk. You get married and they can still talk. What's the point?
anyhow, I am happy. I don't regret it, and I don't take it for granted either. I am very, very happy.
I'm kind of glad with how things played out, how it went. It wasn't as big as I wanted because unexpected stuff happened, and again, I just didn't want to have to deal with it. We were supposed to do an engagement party. I think we might vlog that when we do come up with it. But yeah, I think that's most of what we wanted to talk
Of our engagement story and why we've been gone for so long, guys. Continue praying for us, continue praying for me, for the strength and everybody.
Sharon.
Yeah.
She was a lovely lady.
Watching it